I asked Allah to take away my struggles. He said, without them, how would your soul be refined, and how would you learn to rely on me when everything else fails? I asked Allah why I feel so lost. He said, because when you are lost, you finally stop trusting the world and begin seeking me with a sincere heart. I asked Allah why I keep failing. He said, so you discover the strength I placed inside you, strength you would never use if life was always easy. I asked Allah why no one understands me. He said, because not everyone is meant to, and my understanding alone is enough for your heart. I asked Allah why my dua takes so long to be answered. He said, because I love hearing your voice call upon me, again and again. I asked Allah why my heart feels heavy. He said, because you are carrying worries I never asked you to place them back in my hands. I asked Allah why I feel alone even among people. He said, so you remember that true companionship is found with me. I asked Allah why life tests me repeatedly. He said, because every test removes a layer of arrogance and brings you closer to humility. I asked Allah why I lose people I love. He said, to remind you that nothing in this world is permanent except me. I asked Allah why I am afraid of the future. He said, because you are looking ahead without trusting the one who already controls it. I asked Allah why my past still hurts. He said, because healing takes time and patience is part of your worship. I asked Allah why I feel weak. He said, because weakness makes room for my strength to support you. I asked Allah why others seem happier than me. He said, because you see their smiles, not the battles hidden in their hearts. I asked Allah why my efforts go unnoticed. He said, because I see them, and my reward is better than their praise. I asked Allah why my sins haunt me. He said, because your heart is alive, and repentance is the door back to peace. I asked Allah why temptation surrounds me. He said, because resisting it raises your rank and purifies your soul. I asked Allah why I feel distant from Him. He said, because you took a step away, but I am waiting for you to return. I asked Allah why my heart breaks so easily. He said, because a soft heart is closer to sincerity than a hardened one. I asked Allah why my plans fail. He said, because my plans protect you from what you cannot see. I asked Allah why I must be patient. He said, because patience transforms pain into reward. I asked Allah why I feel unworthy of mercy. He said, because you do not yet understand how vast my mercy truly is. I asked Allah why my tears fall so often. He said, because tears wash the heart and soften it for guidance. I asked Allah why I must forgive those who hurt me. He said, because forgiveness frees your heart from chains you never deserved. I asked Allah why I feared death. He said, because you forget that meeting me is not an end, but a beginning. I asked Allah why I struggle with gratitude. He said, because gratitude grows when you notice my blessings in small things. I asked Allah why my faith rises and falls. He said, because Iman is nurtured through effort, remembrance, and patience. I asked Allah why silence teaches me so much. He said, because in silence your heart listens better than your tongue. I asked Allah why I must endure hardship quietly. He said, because silent patience carries a reward beyond measure. I asked Allah why I feel overwhelmed. He said, because you forgot to pause and remember me. I asked Allah why people judge me. He said, because their opinions do not define you, my judgment alone matters. I asked Allah why my heart longs for peace. He said, because peace is found in remembering me. I asked Allah why I must control my anger. He said, because anger clouds wisdom and dims the light of the heart. I asked Allah why sadness visits me. He said, because sadness humbles you and reminds you to seek comfort in me. I asked Allah why my journey feels slow. He said, because growth takes time and rushing spoils the lesson. I asked Allah why I struggle to let go. He said, because letting go makes room for what is better. I asked Allah why I feel tested in my faith. He said, because faith shines brightest under pressure. I asked Allah why I fear losing what I have. He said, because you forgot that I am the provider. I asked Allah why my heart feels restless. He said, because it seeks remembrance, not distraction. I asked Allah why I must lower my gaze. He said, because purity of sight protects purity of heart. I asked Allah why good character is so difficult. He said, because character is built through constant effort and restraint. I asked Allah why I must speak kindly. He said, because words can heal or wound, and you choose which you give. I asked Allah why I feel regret. He said, because regret leads you back to repentance. I asked Allah why I need discipline in worship. He said, because consistency turns actions into light. I asked Allah why envy hurts my heart. He said, because contentment protects you from comparing blessings. I asked Allah why I must trust Him fully. He said, because trust brings peace even before answers arrive. I asked Allah why trials come after ease. He said, because life is a reminder, not a reward. I asked Allah why sincerity matters so much. He said, because a small deed with sincerity outweighs much without it. I asked Allah why I feel guided after hardship. He said, because hardship clears the path to guidance. I asked Allah why I should remember death. He said, because remembrance of death refines priorities. I asked Allah why my heart softens in prayer. He said, because prayer reconnects you to your purpose. I asked Allah why I must seek knowledge. He said, because knowledge leads to humility and correct action. I asked Allah why gratitude feels like worship. He said, because gratitude acknowledges my generosity. I asked Allah why I must avoid sins. He said, because sins darken the heart and distance you from peace. I asked Allah why repentance feels relieving. He said, because returning to me restores your soul. I asked Allah why I must help others. He said, because serving creation is a path to my pleasure. I asked Allah why I feel hope after despair. He said, because despair never comes from me. I asked Allah why remembrance calms me. He said, because hearts find rest in remembering me. I asked Allah why my patience is rewarded. He said, because patience is a form of trust. I asked Allah why I must guard my tongue. He said, because a guarded tongue protects faith. I asked Allah why I feel light after charity. He said, because giving purifies what remains. I asked Allah why I must wake for prayer. He said, because meeting me early strengthens your day. I asked Allah why sincerity is hidden. He said, because true sincerity seeks no witness but me. I asked Allah why hardship brings clarity. He said, because distractions fade when trials appear. I asked Allah why I must stay hopeful. He said, because hope is an act of worship. I asked Allah why my heart longs for Jannah. He said, because you were created for more than this world. I asked Allah why I must forgive myself. He said, because my mercy is greater than your mistakes. I asked Allah why I must stay humble. He said, because humility elevates you in my sight. I asked Allah why my journey feels personal. He said, because every soul walks its own path to me. I asked Allah why my heart feels alive in sujud. He said, because you are closest to me there. I asked Allah why I must keep striving. He said, because effort itself is rewarded. I asked Allah why I must rely on Him. He said, because reliance removes fear from the heart. I asked Allah why I must be thankful in hardship. He said, because hardship carries hidden mercy. I asked Allah why my soul seeks purpose. He said, because worship gives meaning to every breath. I asked Allah why I must remember Him daily. He said, because remembrance keeps your heart alive. I asked Allah why my heart finds peace with Him. He said, because I am enough for you always.